Καλησπέρα φίλοι και συνάδελφοι. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ. Είναι τιμή μου να γιορτάζω μαζί σας τη 150 χρόνια αριστείας του Αμερικανικού Κολεγίου της Ελλάδας. We are honored that Sofia Zaharaki, Minister of Education, Religious Affairs, and Sports, joins us this evening. I thank her for her unstinting work to improve education for all Greeks. The mayor of Aghia Paraskevi, Ioannis Milanakis, is attending. I look forward to many more community collaborations, like the remarkable performances in our Greek theater this summer. Also joining us this evening, our Deputy Minister of Energy, Nikos Tsafos, Public Affairs Counselor of the U.S. Embassy in Greece, Jay Rahman, and Their Excellencies, Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to Greece, Omar Amir Youssef, and Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Greece, Dr. Bebeb Junjunan. I thank Dr. David Horner, the 7th President of the American College of Greece, both for his unparalleled success over 17 years as he built this institution into a model for Europe and the world, and for his generous personal support during this transition. Everyone who cares about ACG owes you immense gratitude. My wife, Susan Rice, has made all of this possible. Her support, counsel, and challenge have shaped both our life together and whatever wisdom I can offer today. I thank our son, Thielen Ulysses, who crossed an ocean with openness to the adventure and mostly good spirits, much like his namesake. Our older children, Maximilian and Alethea, are far away in California, and we greet them from 10 hours in the future. And to my mother, Dr. Nancy Wingenbach, whose dedication to educational leadership, service to community, and scholarly curiosity shaped my own path as an academic and now as a president, it is especially meaningful to have you here with us in Athens. Thank you. We gather in the city that taught the world to make arguments with courage and to seek truth in public. We gather at an institution that has reimagined that inheritance through American liberal education, an education that develops people before profession, cultivates judgment before jargon, advances scholarship and art vital to an open society, and prepares graduates not only to get their first job, but to invent their fifth. Our task now is to extend that promise for a world that will not wait. The American College of Greece is distinctive because of its breadth and community. Pierce, our pre-kindergarten through Lyceum school, was the foundation on which everything else was built. For generations, it has prepared young people, both with character and competence, sending graduates into the world who embody the best of Greek and American educational ideals. DeRee extended that mission, giving students the freedom to explore broadly, specialize deeply, and take charge of their own learning. And Alba Graduate Business School has become a leading source of business innovation and leadership talent in Greece, recognized internationally for excellence in management education. Together, Pierce, DeRee, and Alba form a continuum of learning unique in this country, a single institution that accompanies learners from their first steps in early childhood through the highest level of graduate and professional study, bound together by one mission and one community. I came to ACG because I believe Greece can be the most compelling place on earth to study the liberal arts and sciences. A crossroads of Europe, Africa, and Asia, a democracy with deep roots and dynamic ambitions, a culture that understands learning as both practical and profound, Over the past months, I have listened to employers building globally competitive firms, to journalists shaping public conversations, to civic leaders strengthening the commons, and to educators rethinking how students learn. A single message comes through. Greece needs graduates who can cross boundaries, intellectual, cultural, and geographic, and research that is nimbly responsive to rapidly evolving economic and social needs. ACG is uniquely positioned to deliver this. To do that, we will be steadfast in our mission and imaginative in our innovations. First, we will strengthen the heart of ACG, student-centered transdisciplinary learning. Across Pierce, Dury, and Alba, our graduates must read critically, reason with data, write and speak with clarity, solve problems with creativity, and collaborate across difference. They must move nimbly between the humanities, the sciences, business, and the creative and entrepreneurial arts. We champion a curriculum that is rigorously relevant, and we insist on pedagogy that invites students to produce knowledge, not merely consume content. Second, we will continue to align learning with the needs and opportunities of Greece's economy and global needs. Greece's economic future demands graduates who can adapt to rapid technological and market change, and it demands research that advances and improves productivity and human flourishing. The American educational model offers a proven pathway, combining disciplinary expertise with broad knowledge across sciences, humanities, and arts, equips graduates with problem-solving, communication, and innovation skills that are critical for long-term success. Third, we will widen the circle of opportunity. ACG should be a place where talent meets access, where a student's ambition, not their income or connections, determines their trajectory. Already, a third of Pierce students and half of Dury students receive scholarships to make our excellent private nonprofit education accessible. Our Education Unites program, founded in cooperation with the U.S. Embassy, provides full scholarships to 50 refugee students every year, recognizing that talent is found everywhere in every society. We will expand financial aid and access programs, including partnerships that identify and support extraordinary young people in Greece, as well as students from around the world who find their home here. When we broaden who can join us, we strengthen who we are. Fourth, we will lead on sustainability. Our campuses model the future we teach: more efficient, more resilient, more just. Sustainability is not an add-on. It is a way of thinking that connects engineering to ethics, finance to the environment, and institutional planning to planetary limits. Climate change and environmental injustice are fundamental challenges of this century, impacting us all. Our research, operations, and civic partnerships will reflect that integrated vision. Fifth, we will expand our leadership in scholarship and the arts. In recent years, ACG's research productivity has grown substantially, with faculty and students generating work recognized across disciplines and well beyond Greece. Through partnerships with the private sector, our scholars are applying knowledge to real challenges, developing innovations, informing policy, and strengthening enterprises that drive national growth, improve civil society, and make more public health. Our artists and humanists are contributing to Greece's cultural vitality, ensuring that creativity remains central to the economic and civic life of the country. By investing in research and creative practice, the American College of Greece fuels our country's economic success and enriches its culture for generations to come. Finally, we will treat internationalization as a practice, not a slogan. ACG already welcomes students from more than 70 countries. We will deepen and extend that global network to bring the world to Athens and Greece to the world. In person, through exchanges, and through our growing online global campus, we will serve students everywhere in the world. As mobility patterns shift and students look for affordable, high-quality options outside the United States and the UK, we will make ACG the destination of choice. American in approach, Greek in identity, global in impact. We will also be clear about the policy environment in which we do this work. Greece is entering a new era of higher education reform. Recognition of private university degrees is not only about institutional standing, it is about national progress. If Greece is to reverse brain drain, it must offer not only jobs, but degrees that carry equal weight and open global opportunity. Thousands of talented young Greeks leave each year for studies abroad, not because they want to leave, but because they feel they must. Providing recognized high-quality options here at home will keep that talent in Greece and attract international students who might otherwise never discover this country. That is why ACG is deeply engaged in the process to create a university legal entity with a U.S. university partner to bring the uniquely American liberal arts approach to the Greek university system, and why we will continue to advocate for reforms that acknowledge the contributions of independent institutions to Greece's educational ecosystem. We are grateful for the invitation to participate as a partner with the public universities, and deeply appreciative of the clarity and competence with which the government has managed this process. And I am immensely thankful to the staff and faculty of ACG who have enthusiastically embraced the challenges that come with this important venture. I am confident that we will enroll students in this new private university next fall alongside Pierce, Dury, and Alba. Finally, I want to speak a bit about what is, for me, the foundation and justification for all of the work that we do. Education is liberatory. The purpose of education is to support democratic self-governance, to advance human rights, and create the possibility of a future in which all human beings can realize their full potential. Human flourishing should be available to everyone, and it should be the highest calling of us all to bend the arc of history toward that outcome. To build a moral, ethical, and inclusive world, to work, in a word, for justice. This is the reason I pursued an academic career and ultimately accepted this remarkable responsibility. The only way to build a just world is to create a society, culture, and politics that aspires to liberate everyone. And here we return to the extraordinary insights of the Hellenic inheritance, which taught the world to aspire to become fully human and conceive the only reliable means to achieve it: democracy. For 2,500 years, good government has been judged against the example of Athens, which, despite its obvious shortcomings, provides the idealized standard for what genuine self-governance should be. Pericles challenged the Athenians to prove that participation and free inquiry could guide a people better than fear and power, and asserted, "Η Athena είναι το σχολείο όλης της Ελλάδας." Athens is the school of all Greece. These lessons extended across oceans and centuries, defining the best hopes of citizens everywhere. Socrates taught that the good and the just are not just inventions of one city or another, but discoveries of a universal order that belongs to all humanity. Centuries later, the founders of the United States echoed this conviction when they declared a proposition that all people are created equal, and that governments draw their just powers from the consent of the governed. America became a creedal nation, bound not by blood or soil, but by shared principles, relearned and renewed in every generation. This vision, like that of Socrates, is universalist. It insists that dignity, liberty, and opportunity are not the privilege of some, but the birthright of all. Here in Athens, where the first language of democracy was spoken, we are reminded that the universal human yearning for freedom and learning connects Hellenic origins with American aspiration. The American College of Greece was founded, like other American institutions abroad, on the conviction flowing from those beliefs that liberal education should cross borders, cultivating knowledge and character while serving its host society. From Beirut to Cairo, from Paris to Athens, these colleges became bridges between cultures. And in the post-Cold War era, they also took on a wider mission, advancing democratic values, strengthening open societies, and contributing to economic development. Here in Greece, especially in the years following the restoration of democracy, ACG has embodied that role, preparing citizens who serve their country by demonstrating that democracy is never finished, but always renewed, and that its very precarity requires constant vigilance and active citizenship, a lesson of enduring importance for every society today. Now, as the oldest and largest U.S. accredited university in Europe, the American College of Greece carries this legacy forward to the world to prepare students not only to inherit these values, but to make them real everywhere they live, everywhere around the globe. So, what will this take from us? What will this vision require of us? From our teachers, the creativity to design learning that is both ancient and new, the Socratic insistence on questions, and the laboratory's appetite for discovery. From our scholars and artists, the vision to generate ideas and works of international significance, and the commitment to apply research and creativity in ways that enrich lives in Greece and across the world. From our staff, the operational excellence that turns aspiration into habit, and the dedicated support that makes community possible. From our students, curiosity, kindness, and the discipline to do hard things well, and openness to the joys that come with living an examined life. From our alumni, counsel, advocacy, and investment in the next generation. From our partners in government and industry, trust, transparency, and a shared commitment to talent as Greece's most precious resource. From our trustees and friends, the courage to invest in ideas before they are obvious, to make possible what will later seem inevitable. From me, a commitment to listen, to learn, to collaborate with humility and openness, to communicate transparently, to ensure ACG remains a great place to work, and to share with the world our accomplishments, success, and ambition. If we do this, we won't simply keep pace, we will set it. We will show how Greece's heritage can power Greece's future, how American liberal education can thrive on Greek soil, how a college, a school, and a business institute together can serve a nation by serving its students exceedingly well. Let's honor our 150 years not merely by looking back at them, but by using them as a platform to leap forward together. Thank you. Ευχαριστώ.